All right, hey guys, it's Saturday, January 17th at about 10:30. Basically, what are we doing today? What's our goals? Well, I already fixed my microwave. It crashed, and the built-in one's been there for 15 years. I've repaired it 3 or 4 times over the years, and basically, it's done so. I went and bought a new one, and I finished this morning and getting it installed. Then I need to come out here and clean up. I think that's my big goal today out here is just to clean up and get things prepared for getting the head populated and putting it back on top of here. Any rate, that's the plan for today. Tomorrow is going to be all about getting the head on here and getting the playfield and the old playfield down, get this new playfield side by side and prepared for population and for playfield swap. Maybe, I don't know if I'll start it tomorrow, but at least if I have it ready, it'll be easy for me to get off work, come home, cook a little dinner, whatever, and then come out here and work on it and put in an hour or two every night. Before you know it, I'll have it done. So anyway, that's the plan. That's the game plan. Let's get this Saturday going. All right, time to do a little painting real quick. There we go. That was easy enough. All right, well, looks like I got a little too close when I was painting it, but oh well, it is a nice looking silver, right? All right, I got the channel here all cleaned up and ready to put in, so I'm gonna put that in real quick. All right, got this in. It's one more thing knocked out. Let's move on to the next thing. I brought the boards down, and when I brought the boards down, guess what I found? This was hiding behind that when I had it leaning up against the wall upstairs. Here's the head or the knocker. And then here's all the little screws I was needing. So I got to pull all those out. I got to sand those and then paint them today. All right, when I found that bag, that had all my missing bolts that I mentioned earlier. So now, these are the bolts, the head bolts here. So what I need to figure out is I've got 2, 4, and the bottom 2, 6 and 8. So I need 8 of those that are going to be black. So let me see how many I got here. 2, 4, 6. So I have all 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so those will all be black. There we go. So if I just put that in here, tighten her down. There we go. See that good? Should have showed you a better shot. I mean, they look like that. All of them look the same. I mean, they look like crap. So let's do a comparison. Actually, let me cover that. You can see the difference in them there. And I'm not even done with that one yet, so let me do it again. Let me run over it some more here. Okay, yeah, see, you can see the scratches in there. And I think I have, let me grab that 220. This is a 220 paper here. Okay, so there's 220. Now let's go to 320. See what that does. Yeah, look at that, see? So if you wanted them polished, you could even go maybe to 400 or 600 and really get them polished if you want. But I'm not doing that. I'm gonna be actually painting them, so. All right, I'm gonna do the rest of these and then we'll move on from there. All right, actually, bonus coverage, I happen to have a piece of 400 and 600 just sitting out here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the one that I did, the 320. I'm gonna go ahead and do 400 and 600 and let's see what difference that makes. So here we are at 320. Hopefully you can see it good. Okay. This is 400. Of course, you can't see it on the back very well because I used it already, but it's still got plenty of grit. Okay. There's 400. Now let's take the 600 and let's see what happens. Yeah, now look at that. Yeah, they're really polishing up now. So if you want them really polished, you can. You can probably keep going with that and make them really shiny if you want to. I bet you could almost chrome them out if you really went crazy. I'll have to try one of these days if I want some chrome head screws. So, all right, now I'm going to let y'all go and I'll come back when it's done. All right, I've got them all metal etched. Just put a light layer on there just enough to kind of get this to stick. This black paint I'm fixing to paint has paint and primer in one, so it should do just fine. I don't like these spray tips from Ace though. That's the one thing I don't really care for, but let's just kind of gonna do a couple of light coats. Turn it a little bit, make sure we get the sides to the little side areas. So, all right, let me get finished up so I'll be off to see the wizard. Good job.
No, good job.
All right, we got Mike playing a little bit of James Bond. James Bond. All right, and yes, I've got 14. He's only got 2 for the record. Here's the birthday boy in action, Mr. Callan. He's shy, though. All right, guys, welcome back. It is Sunday, January 18th at 1 o'clock. Yeah, I got a late start today. Unfortunately, I needed some sleep, which I guess is not unfortunate, but I'd rather have been up working, but man, I was exhausted. And so I'm going to see where I can get. I think today I'm finally going to bite the bullet. I just have been kind of putting it off because, I don't know. I don't know why I'm not looking forward to doing this. I should be, but I'm going to polish this rail today and get this one finish up the polish here, get this one actually sanded and polished and get it down to chrome finish. And speaking of chrome finish, look at that. They're not chrome, but man, that painted up really nice, didn't it, yesterday? And I've got a bunch of stuff I painted. Let me show you. Let me get out my bolts here. I did up here close. I got those all done for the head. I got, I'll check these out. I got these done for the head where the white's going to be. And then lastly, I got these all done so I can do my airbrush and make those purple, the purple to match this. Let me show you. This is kind of cool. I had to buy more Createx paint because I didn't have a purple. I was trying to make purple with all the colors I had. All right, let me show you. See, I'm trying to match that purple, and I finally got. Now that purple's not going to be it, but it's so much closer that I'll be able to match it. When I was trying to use red and blue and then other colors to match it, I couldn't match it. This should hopefully help me get that purple. I don't know. We're going to find out. But I say I'm going to get these rails. Let's get a close look at them here. You can see the grain in them. I'm going to try to degrain them, if you want to call it that, and get it more like this, where they're more polished and chrome-like. So this is the rail I need to do. The other one's already done, and the lock bar is already done. So if I can get that done today, the next step will be get all those bolts, get over here to the head and get the head bolts put all in, get the head, get this board put in. Those are my goals for today. So that's the goal. Let's see if I can get her done, huh? Scratches were deeper and I got rid of a bunch of those. Let's go up here higher. You see there's more grain showing the higher we go, so I'm going to try to see if I can't keep going with this 800 and get more of this grain out. looking for any big scratches I think I can get rid of. I don't want to drop down to anything more abrasive. Honestly, I'd rather just so I'd rather work the 800 some more. If there's some scratches that are just too deep, I'm not going to worry about trying to get every little one out. I mean, sometimes you just can't. So yeah, but that's where it's going to be. Like I say, it's very shiny and reflective. The top more so because I was able to put better force on it. Sorry, I don't make you go dizzy here. I was able to put more force on it. And other reflections in it, and I can still clean it more. So yeah, not bad. Now we got both sides looking good. And I'm gonna go over this side. I'm gonna run the polisher over it and then over the lock bar, and then all that'll be finished. So let me do that and I'll show you all the final result. But like I say, that looks super. I'm really happy with that. All right, obviously got that side chromed up to match this side, but here's my problem. I got the lockdown bar and I forgot, last time I did it, I got a lot of this really shiny and good, but look right here, see the grain in this? But part of the reason the grain's there is because look right here. That is a rivet, or I guess at least a weld point to where the attachments are welded in on the inside. So I can't just keep sanding this down terribly or I'm gonna end up compromising those rivets. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it very gently and try to see if I can get the grain out of this enough to make it match everything else. Because if I can't, I'd hate to have to buy a chrome lockdown bar, but I mean, I guess that's what I do if I have to. But I think I can get this looking good because I mean, obviously you get over here to some of this and it's very clear. So I think I can do it. So let me give it a try. I'm gonna start with probably 1,000. I'm just gonna work my way up and we'll see where it hits. Let's take a look as the finished product, so to speak. I start to clean up everything, but I got these things shiny. This didn't come out as good as I wanted. There's still grain in there, but like I say, I'm afraid these are getting even more prominent. And I'm afraid if I really go down to maybe 220 and then work my way up from there to get rid of all these deeper scratches, I'm really afraid I'm going to end up compromising the welds. So, but I mean, you see the reflection in it still. I mean, it's still very shiny, so I'm not real concerned. I just wish it could have come out more, but that really was a limiting factor. Here we go. And now let's look at the head up here. Check this out. We got head bolts painted to match, except for this one, the teal. I gotta do that with my airbrush here in just a little bit. I'm gonna hopefully do that tonight before we go to bed and wrap this up. So, but let's turn this thing around. Check the back of it out here. Go around and down here. Okay. Right here. Same thing, got the head bolts painted to match. Out here, out there. That's why I was painting all those different colors the other day. Go back over here now. One last look at it here. I don't know. I said it looks pretty dang good, especially for 6 weeks of work. At any rate, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna see if I can get these legs, get these bolts painted. I gotta try to match this purple right here. Gotta try to match this purple. Man, I don't know. Like I say, I bought this purple the other day. It came in the mail from Amazon yesterday. I mean, it's closer than what I was mixing. I think the one I mixed I threw away already, but I never could mix it very well and match it, so we'll see. Let me see if I can match that up and I'll do some airbrushing next. Anyway, this is the base purple, and that's the add to add. I added a tiny bit of black, tiny bit of white, and some blue to get to here, which is pretty close. That was the practice run. Now let's go mix some more. That's not gonna be enough. There we go. Man, that's looking good right there. I'm trying to get the little size, that's the hard part. Now, this here with the hair dryer, let's dry it real quick. Let's just get it kind of dry and take a look. It'll leave you with a kind of a matte finish. There we go. See, it has a matte kind of a finish, but the good thing is that I'm going to spray it with clear anyway, and that will protect it, and that'll shine it up to make it gloss like the rest of the cabinet button screws. So let's check this out. Let's go see how this matches. In fact, let's just take one. Okay, pretty close. Wow, so apparently my phone died and I had no idea. So you missed the mixing of the teal, which was right here. Here's the finished product. I want to protect these because I don't know if it picked it up earlier, because I see going back, my camera work wasn't the greatest, that when I was trying one of these in over here to test the color, I got the tiniest little scratch just from me rubbing it with my nail. So this Createx paint is great, but you got to protect it or it's not going to work. Now, I was going to get out my my regular old Urachem clear and spray it, but I kind of want to get it done tonight, and I don't want to get everything out. So I've got this right here. This is a clear diamond finish. There's guys that are using this on playfields for smaller areas, or for even trying to do the whole thing, because you supposedly can brush it or whatever and it doesn't leave any marks. So I'm going to use this. Oh, and you don't have to add a hardener. This right here is a one-step deal. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this with on here with this brush, because it says on here supposedly it won't leave streaks if you brush it. So I'm going to use this to put some clear on here, let it sit overnight, and tomorrow we should be able to put these in, and that'll pretty much have that whole, I mean, that's it. I'll be done with the cabinet. All right, let's take a look here. Came out smooth, no brush strokes. So at any rate, that's it for tonight. Probably it for this video, and then we'll start the week off. And I'm gonna try to come out here and work and do some playfield swapping this week. So till then, y'all take it easy. All right, it is Monday, January 19th, 6:47 p.m. Just got off work, got home. Get the pieces out here so we can get these in. I want to see how they look. And again, this is another one of those times where you don't want to draw it into the cabinet more than what, basically just kind of watch it, and when it's even, it'll still be strong enough. You don't have to have it super duper tight. Yeah, it's still a little dark, but you know what? That's not going to be bad. There we go. Let's see. Let's see if I can. Turned out pretty good, huh? Now again, we're going to draw that in very carefully. I'm kind of watching it to make sure it doesn't dig into the wood. Yeah, perfect. I don't need any more than that. Darkened a little bit, but I mean, I'll take it. It still looks nice. Like I say, unfortunately, color matching is definitely something I need to more practice in. But hey, it's very, very doable, and it beats the heck out of all those being black. I can tell you that. I do think that looks better.